Hello and welcome to another video. In this video we'll cover everything you need to know with regard to resubmissions. Once you've submitted your first attempt for an assignment, your assessor will mark your submission. You may find that you've passed first time, or you may find that you need to complete a resubmission in order to pass. Resubmissions are common and nothing to worry about. If you require a resubmission, your assessor will normally email you telling you that your supervisor needs to return work so that you can make another attempt. Before making another attempt, carefully read and action all of the initial submission's feedback. So let's get started. When your assessor sends work back for amending, it does not come back to you directly. It comes back to your supervisor's account. Once your supervisor is logged in, they can return work directly to you from the To-Do tab. As you can see here, there is a piece of evidence that has been returned by the assessor for action. When you're ready to send it back, click on the Rework button. This will bring up your learner's initial submission. If you scroll down, you can view feedback from the assessor as to why the first submission didn't pass. Once you're satisfied and you want to return the work to the learner so that they can attempt their resub, scroll down and click on the Return to Learner for Action button. Here we are logged into the learner's account. As you can see, the learner has some work that they need to action. This can be found in the To-Do tab. Once ready, they can click on the Rework button. This will bring up your initial submission and feedback. If you scroll down, you'll notice that there is a new attachment which contains detailed information on which aspects of your submission still require further work. So let's click into the example on screen. Open up the download once ready. You can see here along the side that each criteria has been listed. If you've achieved a particular criteria, it will have a green box next to it. If that particular aspect requires further work, it will have a red box next to it. Towards the bottom will be a description of what's required for the criteria if you didn't quite hit it. For example, this learner did not meet the requirements for criteria 1.1. If we scroll down, we can see that in order to meet the requirements, they need to describe the 10 areas individually with an example for each in more detail than before. Once you've read and processed the feedback, you need to complete your resubmission. You can do this by adding to your initial document in another colour and then saving as a new file. For example, on screen I've loaded up what was initially submitted for this piece of work. In order to complete a resubmission, you do not need to start from scratch. You can add anything that was missing in another colour as previously mentioned. As you can see on screen, I've added some additional work in red and I'm now ready to resubmit. Please note I've done this for illustrative purposes for the video, and the contents of the work on screen do not constitute a real acceptable answer for this task. First of all, you have to save the file and change the title. The best way to do this is simply to add resubmission to the title and save as a new file. I've done this in advance, as you can see here. Next, click back into VQ Manager. As before, go to the Upload and Attach section. Click on Choose File and browse your computer and find the resubmission that you've just completed. Here we have Book A Resubmission. Once ready, click the Upload Files button. An important thing to note with resubmissions is to ensure you don't delete your initial submission. In addition to this, you shouldn't complete a resubmission as a new log even if your supervisor hasn't yet returned your initial log. All files, including your initial submission, should be on the log in one place as per the screen here. You can see here that my initial submission is there and I haven't deleted it, and you can see here that my resubmission is also there. Once ready to submit, scroll down and click on the Submit to Supervising Pharmacist/Assessor button. Once this is done, the supervisor needs to log into their account and follow the process for forwarding work, which has been highlighted in another video. That's all for this video.